The importance of getting the score right is to kind of present what is the emotion that you're going to walk away with. So it's always the hardest task, and it's been the hardest task on this. When we started talking about the role of kind of folk music and contemporary music, it made it more realistic. Some of the score was Cajun-based with banjos, mandolins, and it's also very Celtic-based. There's uilleann pipes in there and the bagpipe. And I think it's like all the singers that we're using. It's trying to not go for the cliche fantasy route. We're at Abbey Road Studios, recording Peter Cox singing. Coming to Abbey Road it's the mecca of recording. You think about all the bands that have been here, the Beatles, obviously, but it's the film scores, Jurassic Park and Star Wars. Recording here really is kind of the beginning of the whole vocal side that we started thinking about when creating the soundtrack, especially with Rafe. We always knew from the beginning we wanted to have a soundtrack that was a narrative vocally. So it is kind of like an opera. Our native daughters, Rafe and I had discovered halfway through the process of writing. We had been listening to their music, and it was just an interesting blend of contemporary and folk, and also the fact that they're great singers and also actual instrumentalists. And when we heard their voices, we knew that was a key element to the actual soundtrack.
I think it's a really beautifully expansive and inclusive and brave choice that they've picked our band of 4 Black women, because so often, even in the realms of fantasy and sci-fi, BIPOC folks are left out of the story. And I love that the creators of The Wheel of Time have chosen to shift that narrative for people that look like me to get to be heroes and with the one power and all kinds of great things like that. So I love that they're uplifting us and our voices and our place in the diaspora. It's a big deal. I don't take it lightly.
The one thing we wanted to make sure was to having the narrative sang in O tongue. And that brings great challenges, A, with pronunciation, and B, it's difficult to know how to actually sing it.
It was quite an unusual session for me, being more used to working in a pop context. Different tonalities of the music, challenging intervals to sing. You just have to start again, really, in terms of the sound in your head when you start performing. Obviously, I had some help with linguists and some recordings to get an idea of how the language should sound.
All right, let's try it with this one.
We don't know Old Tongue.
We had a lot of discussions on, okay, so what is this sound? Are we all different dialects? Like, how do we even make this work, you know?
That's been the biggest part of the process, is really listening to the inflection of the vowels and understanding where the accents on the vowels should be and where to roll our tongues and where to make a ch or a r sound. So we've had a lot of fun figuring that out.
It's like when you go to the opera, you don't understand the language, but you understand what the storyline is. So what we've tried to do is throughout the show, when you hear singing, it's actually related to the scene in question. It's actually trying to follow the storyline of the show, but in O tongue.
The first time we nailed that opening, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can really see this as a theme song. It sticks in your mind and it makes you think of the world. So that was the moment where I was like, oh, we're actually kind of doing this. We're being a part of this. This is amazing.
Ooh, that sounds great.
Okay, one more.
That's so good.